Welcome back to Beauty Buzz. I am going to share some great dupes and hacks today that I have now phased into my own life, and I have made it very clear that I'm a fan of the dollar store.
Yes,
I feel like by now I'm like an unpaid spokesperson. But just recently, last week, it went viral that the dollar store was coming out with dupes, almost down to like scary. Did they rip off a formula here? We don't know, but it smells just like them. So I ran to the Dollar Tree that was local to me, and I grabbed 2 of the scents that everyone's looking for. They were available. There was actually a lot of them, so I think that they had just restocked.
Yeah.
There are 2 scents that made my life whenever I was growing up as a teen. That would be Victoria's Secret Love Spell.
Yes.
And Bath and Body Works. Japanese Japanese cherry blossom.
I remember this.
Yes. I'm mixing that name and the Bath and Body Works name. So these 2 scents now have full lines. They come with sprays. Those were not available at my Dollar Tree. But tell me that you guys could ever tell the difference.
This was my big one. I loved this one. When it came out, I remember like, oh, it smells mature but young and pretty.
Ooh, very floral. I love it.
Same. I would bathe myself in this. The love smell. I mean, everyone was wearing this thing. You could smell them coming a mile away.
I
love it.
Put that on this weekend, and my husband stopped me in the hallway and goes, "Is that a new perfume?" I was like, "Oh no, it's no love
So
spell."
it's still hitting after all these years.
It still hits the guys. So this at Bath and Body Works is going to cost you $20. This at Victoria's Secret is going to cost you $17.25. These together were $2.50.
I'm so serious. You could not tell the difference.
No, you both smell
same.
incredible right now.
It feels more water-based.
Okay.
It rubbed
it's
in.
It's not as thicker.
Yeah,
it's not as thick.
Yeah, it rubbed in very nice, but I'm also not left with that like wet, sticky residue that sometimes you get with other lotions. So it's kind of nice.
For $1.25,
I feel moisturized and scented.
Oh, look at you.
At least for the next 5 minutes.
Exactly. You both smell incredible. So up next, I'm going to share a tip that seems so easy and stupid and simple, but none of us were doing it, and you're going to start because I did it all weekend to practice it, and I was amazed. So everyone knows that like the steps of your makeup routine are moisturizer, primer, and foundation.
Yes.
There are makeup artists on TikTok that essentially are saying, why are we doing these 2 steps different? This is my primer. I think it's like $10. I use Gaga's House Labs foundation.
Do you?
Both of these came out of my own makeup bag. So these are my 2 favorites. Instead of putting on your moisturizer, letting it dry, your primer, letting it dry, then your foundation, they want you to mix these 2 bad boys together. And they also said, stop putting it here. Now, I don't use my hand, but I have a lot of friends who use their hand who put the foundation and the primer on. I would use this right now to give you an example, but you're smart enough and it's not cheap. So whenever you, the top of your hands soak in like a dry sponge. You should be putting your foundation when you want to apply it right here. This is going to be your little easel when you're mixing.
Our cup.
When you're mixing, you're gonna make a cup.
And I put it on the back of my hand all the time.
It soaks it
It soaks it right in. It said it's the same as putting it on like a beauty blender. Why those are so bad for a routine, not for your skin, but just they're wasting a lot of product.
Yeah.
You put your foundation, a little bit of your moisturizer, a lot less than what you would typically use. When you mix it in your hand before you put it on your face, it's gonna have a thicker consistency. And because it's becoming one, it's getting married early in the routine, it's gonna stay on your face longer.
But this makes sense though, because I feel as though a lot of foundation companies and makeup brands, they're infusing the moisturizer and the primer into the formula.
So you're saying mix the primer and the foundation
together in your hand or whatever you use. I use the top of a candle, weirdly enough.
Okay.
That's flat.
You just need a flat
on the hand.
Yeah, you want to do it in the palm of your hand. It will not soak up any extra product that you won't be using.
The best tools we were given.
That's it.
Thank
Love
you.
that.
Thanks,
Enjoy.